Osama bin Mohammed bin Awad bin Laden was born in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia in 1957. He was one of more than 50 children of Mohammed bin Awad bin Laden, a construction magnate who had risen from poverty to become one of the wealthiest men in the kingdom. His father's company, the Saudi bin Laden Group, was responsible for major construction projects, including renovations of holy sites in Mecca and Medina, which gave the family a special status within the country. Osama's mother, Hamida al-Attas, was his father's 10th wife and came from a Syrian family. This upbringing placed him at the center of immense wealth and deep religious devotion, two forces that would shape his entire life in very different ways. Growing up, Osama was described as a quiet and pious boy. He was raised in a strict Wahhabi Muslim household, a conservative branch of Sunni Islam. He attended elite schools in Jeddah, where his family moved after his birth. Unlike many of his siblings who were sent to study in the West, Osama pursued his higher education in Saudi Arabia. He studied economics and business administration at King Abdulaziz University. It was during his time at university that he became more deeply involved in religious study and political discussions. He was exposed to the writings of radical thinkers who believed the Muslim world was under attack from outside forces and internal corruption. His father died in a helicopter crash in 1967 when Osama was just 10 years old. This event left him with a substantial inheritance, estimated to be around $25 to $30 million. This financial independence gave him the freedom to pursue his own interests without the need to enter the family business. He was deeply influenced by his teachers at university, including Abdullah Azzam, a Palestinian Islamic scholar who would later become a key figure in the global jihadist movement. Azzam argued that it was the duty of all Muslims to defend their lands against foreign invasion, a message that resonated strongly with the young and idealistic bin Laden who was searching for a greater purpose. His early life was a mix of privilege and piety. He was a member of one of Saudi Arabia's most prominent families, enjoying a life of comfort and access to power. Yet he was also drawn to a more austere and militant interpretation of his faith. He was known to be a dedicated student of the Quran and spent time listening to sermons from radical clerics. This combination of immense personal wealth, strong religious conviction, and exposure to extremist ideologies created the foundation for the man who would later declare a global war against the United States and its allies, changing the course of modern history forever. The pivotal moment in Osama bin Laden's life came in 1979 with the Soviet Union's invasion of Afghanistan. This event was seen by many devout Muslims, including bin Laden, as an assault by a godless, communist superpower on a fellow Muslim nation. It galvanized a generation of young men who felt a religious obligation to defend their faith and their people. Inspired by the call for jihad, or holy war, bin Laden saw an opportunity to put his beliefs and his fortune into action. He traveled to Pakistan, which bordered Afghanistan, to support the Afghan resistance fighters, known as the Mujahideen. This decision marked his definitive turn from a wealthy Saudi heir to a committed militant organizer. In the early 1980s, bin Laden did not immediately join the front lines as a fighter. Instead, he used his vast personal wealth and his family's construction industry connections to support the cause from just across the border in Peshawar, Pakistan. He helped fund the travel of Arab volunteers who wanted to join the fight, providing them with housing, supplies, and financial support. He established an organization called Maktab al-Khidamat, or the Services Bureau, alongside his mentor Abdullah Azzam. This organization acted as a global recruitment and logistics network, channeling money, weapons, and fighters from across the Arab world into the Afghan war, with tacit support from Pakistani and American intelligence agencies who saw the Mujahideen as a tool to bleed the Soviet Union. As the war progressed, bin Laden's role evolved. He became more directly involved in the conflict, establishing his own training camps inside Afghanistan. He wanted to create a specifically Arab fighting force, believing that the Arab volunteers should have their own distinct role in the war. He used his engineering knowledge to help build tunnels and fortifications for the Mujahideen to protect them from Soviet air attacks. His personal bravery was